Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos, and in this video I'm going to be looking at a plugin called Master in the Mix Reference 2, and this is a plugin that I've been using for a while. I used to use Reference 1 for a long time and I loved it, and then the second one came out and I got the free upgrade, and yeah, this is like one of them plugins that once you get, you never go back because it's like so useful. It basically tells you what you need to do to your mix to get it sounding like a professional mix. And yeah, if you're new here, click like and subscribe, and let's get straight into this video. Okay, so once again, I like to put reference tools and analysis tools on the control room of the mixer thing. So this is reference. I'm going to open it up. This is what it looks like. I've loaded in a few songs here. So what you can do is you just basically load in a reference song to it, and you can flick between your song and the reference. I'm not going to play too much of the reference song because I might get copyright striked. So basically you can set loops at the top as well on the reference tracks. You can level match. So if you're mixing, you can level match the reference song to your mix. So obviously your mix is going to be a lot quieter than the reference. So you click the level match and it'll bring the level of the reference down to match your mix. And that is so useful when you're mixing because you can hear all of the frequencies, you can pretty much see what's going on. And I'm going to show you something else that's really cool in this in a minute, so keep an eye out. Okay, so once you've loaded in your reference song, you can flick between original and reference. I'll show you that now. So this is mine. And as you can see there, it shows you the LUFS and the peaks and stuff. You can change these to true peaks or peak program. Right, so this, I'm going to show you now the thing that made me love this plugin. And it's basically this thing down here, the Trinity display. So what this does is, this shows you the frequencies from 0 up to 20k. And basically if your mix doesn't have as much bass as the reference, the line will be below that center line in the bass, so it'll show like this. That means you haven't got as much bass. If it's above the line, it means you've got too much. So again, I'm going to play the reference, I'm going to play my original song, and you should see a line here. So it's pretty even to the reference track, but you can see there wasn't as much bass, and there was probably a little bit more high end than the reference. And this song has actually been mastered already, so I'm quite happy with the mix of it. But it's just good to know that the reference song was there, like telling me like you've probably got a bit too much high end. And when I first mixed it, I did actually mix it to match the reference, but obviously because every mix is slightly different, I felt it needed a little bit more high end afterwards, so that's why there's a little bit more there. What else can this little display do, I hear you saying? It shows you all sorts of different things. So the stereo width tool, I'm going to take these off actually, and I'll just show you each one separately. So the stereo width is the blue line in the middle. So this like wave thing in the middle, it shows you the width of different frequencies. So I'm going to play the reference track now. You can see it's very narrow in the bass. It's quite common to have like quite a mono sound in bass frequencies, and then you've got like a big expansion around the low mids and high mids. And then it's going a bit more centered towards the high frequencies. And let's take a look at my mix. Mine's kind of following a similar pattern with quite a mono sound in the middle and then expanding and then going a bit more narrower towards the end. What else can this mixer thing do? I hear you saying punch dots is what the answer is to that question. See these white lines in the background? These start flashing. And basically what this means is, if the lines go from top to bottom, it means that you need to compress those frequencies a bit more. If they're going from bottom to top, it means that they're probably a bit too compressed and there's not much like dynamics happening. Also, if you hardly see the dots, it means that it's pretty much perfect. So let's take a look at that. So I've probably got a bit more compression than the reference track here, which is why they're flashing outwards. Probably a bit too much in the higher ends, I think. But they're not showing very bright, so it's not too much of a problem. You can even put all of these three on at once. So that is my little go-to plugin to get your song sounding pretty much exactly like any professional song in the charts or anything. Just load in a song and use it as a reference. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you like it and it's helped in any way, then click like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, then leave them in the comments below. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Master in the Mix, reference 2. Good plugin.